Okay, third time's a charm. Hey guys, it's me, Ty. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about school. I'm going to talk a little bit about my future and where I want to go to college and yeah, stuff like that. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about some upcoming videos in the future of my channel, as well as what I want to do going forward. I'm going to start off with school though. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to start off a little bit different, and I'm going to start off with my future. So, I started high school this year, and as a lot of you may know, if you live in America especially, that we're constantly told that we have to know what we want to do when we get out of high school from about the time we start middle school. I currently want to go into engineering and photography. I know a lot of people when they first hear that, they're always like, what? I find photography very relaxing, and I love photography with a passion. It is something that I find a way to express myself with, and it is my form of expressing myself. So in a way, even if I don't end up going to photography as my main career, I might have that off as the side as a hobby or a side business for a little extra cash. Now, engineering. We were put into an engineering program at my school called Project Lead the Way when we started 7th grade, and we had it 7th and 8th grade. Now, I found a love for engineering when I started this class, and I was so happy that our school required us to take it. However, I was not able to take Intro to Engineering this year, and I'm really hoping that I will still be accepted into my career tech program at my high school for my junior year. However, I currently am trying to get into chemical engineering as of right now. Granted, I'll still probably be a part of some sort of engineering program. I'm not sure which. Right now, I'm gearing more toward chemical engineering because I do like working with chemicals and seeing how things react. It's basically just my curiosity. So I probably will end up going to college for engineering and minor in photography, because a lot of colleges do offer photography as a minor or even a major if you want to. So yeah, as of right now, I really want to go to a college in England, Oxford University, but more than likely I'm going to end up going to a college here in the States, which I'm gearing more towards the University of Cincinnati because it is a really great college for engineering, or so I've heard. And I've done my own research, and they do have a lot of engineering geared courses, so more than likely I am going to end up going to a college here in the States. I also want to talk about how I do want to study abroad. Now, if you don't know what studying abroad is, it's basically where a college student, I don't know if it's 1 year or multiple years, will go to study at different colleges around the world. And a couple places that I really would like to go if I were to study abroad are England and Australia. England, because I find British English very formal and very beautiful in a sense, but I also see British English and just England in general as a place where a lot of my history, personally, from what I've learned in my U.S. history classes, is where a lot of my history in general, because of the colonies, would be a good place to go back and see if there is anything that I can find there while I'm there. I want to go to Australia because, one, the Australian Zoo. For me, a lot of my childhood, when I would get up in the mornings and I would run it into the living room and turn on the TV, one of the first shows that would be on was Steve Irwin's show, and for the life of me, I can't remember the name of it, but I know it was on Animal Planet. So, yeah, I'd love to go to the Australian Zoo and see what he and his family have created. And honestly, I believe that the way the environment that he just raised his kids in, like, I remember seeing Bindi with her father all the time. Like, it was literally the cutest thing ever. Granted, she's 20 now. She's, just, oh my god. I was gonna say how many years older she is than me, but I'm not gonna give away my age today. But she is older than me. I think most of you have probably guessed about how old I am because of the clues that I've given. His son, I never really saw on the show because I'm about the same age as his son. Like, and I think his son was on the show once. I don't remember. I'll have to go back and do my research again. And I just want to see the environment that his kids grew up in and just see what he and his family created again. Because I think that's a very beautiful thing, and I feel like the environment that he did raise his kids in was very hands-on and very good. And I believe that they have probably grown up better than any kid I know. Because holy heck, they literally grew up in a zoo. I have grown up in a chaotic household with dogs, cats, fish, rats. I had rats for a little while. Rest in peace, Bobby and Scout. Love my babies. And we currently have a hamster too. I currently in my house. We also had a rabbit at one point. A rabbit died, sadly. Trying to hear if my mom's home because I am getting a piercing today in my ears. I'm getting my third piercing in my ears. That's besides the point. That's off topic. So yeah, I didn't mention this earlier, but I would also like to go to Germany because that is where a lot of my heritage takes place, and I am currently enrolled in a German 2 class, and I do want to test my German skills when I get out of high school, or even during high school if I go on the German trip next year, which I probably will end up doing because I'll be old enough to go. And just, I believe that the beauty of those places anyways is going to be beyond like what I could imagine. Fun fact, I don't like spiders in any way, shape, or form. For a long time I didn't like snakes either, but I've been inching toward, okay, they're not gonna hurt me as long as they're behind glass or they're in their corner and I'm in mine. I've had a lot of bad experiences with snakes and them popping up out of nowhere. And it's just not fun. I've also had really bad experiences with spiders. I once walked into my room and there was a giant spider on my wall. Now imagine that as a little 7-year-old. Tragic time. Now I have gotten more confident towards that. So going to these places, I'll probably meet a lot of new animals and bugs that I don't want to be near. Which again is why I'm going into engineering. I don't have to work with the creepy crawlers or the things that slither and can poison me. Granted, they probably wouldn't do that anyways unless I provoke them. It's still a scary thought, and my brain likes to implode upon itself. Now, next I'm going to talk about school. First off, I want to strongly suggest if you are enrolled in some sort of language program at your school to continue with that language program. Because taking a language in general is very, very helpful. It not only helps you to understand English better, which for me, my English in general is, my English grade in general is just good. Obviously English is my first language because of the way I speak it so fluently. German is my second language and I started learning it last year. I'm currently in German 2 honors, which I believe I'm repeating myself, but that's okay. I finally decided to go into German 3. I was very on the fence there for a while, and I finally decided to go into German 3 wholehearted, thanks to my amazing German teachers. They helped me to schedule a time when I could sit in a German 3 class and basically get to be a part of it and see what the whole gist of German 3 is about. I got to see my old teacher, though, my German teacher from last year, because of this. There are 2 German teachers at my school, and the second one the current one that I have is new. Granted, she teaches very, very, very similar to my German teacher from last year. She was gone last quarter. Last quarter, and it was a mess. So our quarters are 9 weeks. We had her for my current German teacher. We had her for the first 9 weeks, and then she had to go on maternity leave. Love that. I love my German teachers. They're amazing. The sub that we got, we were so lucky because we did end up getting a sub that spoke German and English very fluently. However, she switched a lot between German and English, and it was very confusing sometimes. But I believe she did very, very well for not being I think my German teacher said it as a qualified full-time teacher. She is a substitute, but she is so very fluent in both German and English that it was just amazing. Back on track. I currently have my normal German teacher back, and the way my German teacher from last year teaches and my German teacher from this year teaches is so similar that it's almost like I haven't switched teachers. The only difference is that my German teacher this year is actually from Germany, and my German teacher from last year is an American. And they are both very fluent in German, obviously, because they're German teachers. And fun fact, not all Germans have a thick German accent like you'd think. My German teacher that I currently have, I can barely hear a German accent. I hear accents more with the exchange students than I do with the actual teachers. I've noticed that. Granted, the foreign exchange students that I have known do not speak the same languages as I speak. Like, they're the one's a French foreign exchange student. The other one was from the Fisher Islands, I want to say it was. They both have quite thick accents. English is hard. And that's my first language. And Anyway, back on track. I also want to point out that I am taking summer school because I need to catch up a little bit more. I'm actually not behind on my math. I'm currently enrolled in an Algebra 1 class, which is right on track for me, or where I should currently be. I'm not like ahead and I'm not behind. I'm right on track on college prep courses. However, I am ahead with my science. I'm taking a biology class while a lot of the 9th graders now are taking integrated. I am one of the smart kids in the science that is in biology. I want to go into Chem 1 next year, but technically I need to be enrolled in an honors math class, which is geometry right now. So I'm taking summer school to get geometry done and go into Algebra 2 next year. Fun. I know, Americans are weird. Why not just go from Algebra 1 to Algebra 2, then to Geometry? Or Geometry, Algebra 1, Algebra 2? Don't ask me. Oh boy. Now, here's where things get fun. And I mean that. I've been talking for 14 minutes. Oh my god. Basically, I have a lot with my summers. I have a concert band that I do, and when that ends, I get like a few weeks break, And then it's marching band season. But I also have vacation Bible school. I have softball. So understandably, summer school is gonna kind of grind my gears a little bit. But that's fun. Now, future of this channel since I'm done with school. Also, if you want to learn a language and you haven't been able to, I suggest downloading the app Duolingo. #not sponsored. Because it's just 5-minute sessions every day where you can learn a language. Now, on to the future of this channel. I would really like to take this channel a little bit further and put out more content. Obviously, I've been posting a lot more than I have in a long time, and I'm very happy about that. So I suggest you go checking out my last 2 videos, my WJI weekend, St. Louis, Broken Arrow, and more marching band fun. I suggest you checking out those videos, as well as my upcoming video. That will be me getting my 3rd piercing in my ear, and talking about other piercings that I'd like to get, but I'm too chicken to get, but may get when I turn 18. So that's gonna be a fun video. I also wanted to come out with a video talking about my personal health. Like, not my mental, well, it's gonna be a little bit about my mental health, but that's besides the point. I might be posting a video about, like, my physical and mental health, because I believe that's very important, and I believe people should talk about that a little bit more, especially mental health, because that is a bit of a taboo topic, and I believe that we need to talk about this. So let's get the conversation started. #I'm coming for your brand, Robert Irwin, because you're freaking adorable. Robert Irwin, if you see this, just to let you know, I want you to know that you are very cute and adorable, and that your accent makes you even more cute. Cool. And that is all for now, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye!